Hey, Coach. Amy Silvas. I'm a second-year MBA student. I also went here undergrad, so I'm a double Trojan, which is also my name on Twitter. Look out for me. I have a question. You mentioned a little bit about kind of how you approach picking yourself up kind of during those worst times. You alluded to, when you were fired a couple times in the NFL. Many of us are going...
It's okay, I have to say it now.
Sorry. But not all of us are going to succeed right away with everything that we do. And I want to hear a little bit more about kind of how you pick yourself up or how you teach others that are kind of at a low point, other than your eternal enthusiasm, how you really, the conversations that you have with yourself.
It's going to be a little bit redundant to answer this question, but
okay.
For you. But
that's fine.
Let me give you an example. Talking about when things were down. We played the game that Dave talked about against Texas a few years ago.
I was there.
We go to 19 seconds, 4th and 7 on the 7-yard line. We tackle the guy one more time. We're the 3-time, whatever, all that stuff. And the guy scores a touchdown, and 5 minutes later, I'm in the locker room with the football team, and we just lost this chance that takes years to get to, and we're this close from it going the other way. And what are you going to tell the team? What are you going to say to them? I mean, major, extraordinary disappointment. And guys are crying and all, the whole thing, lost opportunity and all that. And the thing that made sense to me is what had always made sense to me in these situations is you have to get back to the truth. The truth is, for however many years we've been champions, and the fact that we didn't make a play right there, and the guy made a great play to score a touchdown and change the fortune of that particular game, was not going to change who we were and who we are. We've been champions, and so I reminded the guys, you've been champions for years. That's all we've ever known. That's all we are. And we're not going to let 19 seconds define us otherwise, because we know. And so the next step that we take puts us right back on track with that which we know is true about ourselves, and on we go. And from that, there's an extraordinary ability to be resilient. If you don't know the truth and you doubt and you question and you're not sure and all that, then your mind goes everywhere, and you think and you focus and dwell on your shortcomings and what you aren't, as opposed to what you really are. And the discipline that it takes to hold on to that in the most difficult of times is something you have to nurture, and it has to be led and directed and all of that. But it is so powerful for you, because we stepped ourselves into that next couple steps there out of that locker room together and united and unhappy, but we knew who we were. And so when we got back to work again, we were okay. I'll give you one illustration about that. We lost to Cal years ago on the road in triple overtime.
I was there too.
Yeah. Way to go, Deb.
Oh yeah.
She's for real as a double.
Oh yeah. I don't.
After that game, Cal lost the next 2 games. We won 30-something in a row after that game. And my illustration there is, we were okay. You watch us come back. We bounce right back, because we just go back to who we are. We go back to the things that we know. We go back to doing the things that have made us what we had created up to that point. And of course, it's easy for me to say, because we win all the time and all that kind of stuff, but we've worked really, really hard to develop this mentality and this discipline to keep us at the highest level of performance forever, is what we're trying to do. And then all of a sudden, every once in a while, something screws up and you get out of whack. Can you bounce back from that? We've had so many times we could have lost games over the years that we didn't, because we returned to who we were in the midst of the game and recollected, and collected our manner and our way and mentality, and came roaring back, and one game's going away and all of that. And every now and then, something gets in the way, something happens, and you can't get there. And that's really what separated us in a couple of games in the last years. So it's powerful to go back to being able to know what you're all about, know who you are, because that is extraordinarily the significant place to go to when you are challenged and otherwise. So,
thank you so much.